There is a river in Tennessee that hasn't run free in over a century. And in October of last year, it finally exhaled. The Elk River is a 195-mile tributary of the Tennessee River, winding through south-central Tennessee and North Alabama, cold and clear in places, warmly turbulent in others, braided with gravel bars and deep green pools. For most of its length, it is one of the most biologically rich rivers in the American South. But for decades, right in the middle of it all, there was a wall, and everything on one side was cut off from everything on the other. That wall came down in October 2025. What happened next is one of the most remarkable ecological stories unfolding in America right now, and the river itself is the main character. The Harms Mill Hydroelectric Station sits on the Elk River in Lincoln County, about 5 miles southwest of Fayetteville. A water-powered textile mill was built there in 1870, and by 1922 a concrete dam and powerhouse were completed on the right bank. For a while that dam meant something. It lit up a community. Powered looms kept the lights on. But the decades rolled forward. The textile industry changed. The power company moved on. The structure fell into disrepair, eventually becoming hazardous and obsolete, and Harms Mill Dam was ranked number 4 out of over 1,500 dams in Tennessee in need of removal. What made that ranking more than a bureaucratic footnote? The dam was the only major barrier on the main stem of the river, separating 804 linear miles of downstream streams from 780 miles upstream. One crumbling, purposeless concrete structure holding apart 2 vast river systems and everything living in them. 46 species of greatest conservation need stood to benefit from its removal, including 19 federally protected species. Among them, the boulder darter, a small olive to gray fish approximately 3 inches long, the length of your index finger, found only in the Elk River below Timms Ford Dam, and protected by the Endangered Species Act. 3 inches long, and this tiny fish had become a symbol of everything the Elk River could lose, and everything it might still save. Before the crews arrived with heavy machinery, scientists came first. Using electricity to corral fish, biologists collected boulder darters and mussels that could be threatened by the disturbance. The darters would be bred in safety and returned once the river's flow stabilized. Picture that October morning, crews in hard hats and waders, biologists with nets and sampling gear, the old powerhouse with its partially collapsed walls standing at the river's edge like a ghost. Then the machinery engaged and the dam began to come apart. Construction crews dismantled the majority of the structure in just 1 week. Over 100 years of obstruction undone in 7 days. The river did what rivers always do when you stop holding them back. It moved. It scoured the old reservoir bed, pushed sediment downstream, carved new channels through gravel and mud. It began, slowly and powerfully, to remember what it was. Its removal reconnected 1,114 miles of free-flowing river, opening vital pathways for fish and aquatic wildlife migration. 1,114 miles. Free, all at once. Recovery does not happen overnight. A river does not heal on a human timeline. But it does heal. The first thing to come back is the riverbed itself. Behind a dam, sediment piles up for decades. Fine silt that smothers the gravel beds where fish spawn and mussels anchor. When the current resumes, that sediment flushes and sorts. Gravel bars reemerge, riffles return. The river breathes again through its own floor. Fish move fast. In documented recoveries across the Southeast, native species have recolonized newly opened stretches within the first year of dam removal. They follow the current, the food, and instinct encoded over tens of thousands of years. 139 fish species occur in the Elk River, and 46 species of greatest conservation need benefit from this removal. Imagine a darter, one of those small jewel-colored fish that dart between river stones like living sparks, reaching a stretch of the elk it has never seen before. For that fish, the dam's removal is not a news story. It is simply an open door where a wall used to be. It swims through, it finds gravel beds, it spawns, and the river, mile by mile, begins to fill back in. The mussels are the slowest and most astonishing part of this story. Freshwater mussels begin life as parasitic larvae that must attach to a host fish's gills to develop. After several weeks, they transform into juveniles, fall off, and settle into the sediment. This means the fate of mussels and the fate of fish are completely intertwined. Block the fish, and you block the mussels. Reconnect the fish, and the mussels follow, carried upstream on the gills of their hosts, colonizing new ground. Once gone from an area, it may take years or decades for them to return. The elk is home to some of the most imperiled mussel species in North America: the Alabama lamp mussel, slab-side pearly mussel, cracking pearly mussel, rabbit's foot, shiny pigtoe, snuffbox, long solid, Tennessee pigtoe, Tennessee clubshell. Each name belongs to a creature that has been on this continent for millions of years, shaped by the rivers of the American South, now fighting to hold on in a landscape radically altered in just a few human generations. The precedents are real. The Dillsboro Dam removal in 2012 saw the return of endangered Appalachian elk toe mussels. The Citico Dam removal gave new life to 3 endangered fish, including the exceedingly rare Citico darter. The river, given a chance, will take it. As of July 2026, the Elk River is in its first full summer as a reconnected waterway. The public access area officially reopened on July 9th, after being closed since October to allow crews to safely remove the dam, the powerhouse, and complete required environmental mitigation. Biologists are already in the water. Survey teams are moving up and down the newly opened miles, documenting what has arrived and where. The data is still coming in, but the direction is clear. The main stem of the Tennessee River is heavily altered by dams. The natural habitats and the biodiversity remain in the tributaries, rivers like the Duck and the Elk, with hundreds of miles of relatively unimpacted water. A study of 290 southeast watersheds found the Tennessee River system supports a disproportionate share of the region's biodiversity. What happens in the Elk matters to the whole web. There is a word ecologists use: connectivity. A river is not a collection of pools and stretches. It is a single organism, breathing through its tributaries, pulsing with the seasons, carrying life from the mountains to the lowlands and back again. When you sever that connectivity with concrete, the organism does not die all at once. It fades. Species disappear from one stretch, then another. The silences accumulate, and when you restore it, when you pull that concrete out and step back, the organism stirs. Slowly, then faster, then with a momentum that surprises even the scientists watching it happen. The Elk River is stirring right now. Its fish are moving into new water. Its mussels are waiting for their hosts to carry them home. Its gravel beds are clearing. Its riffles are singing again in a register they have not hit in over 100 years. This is what recovery looks like when it is real. Not a press release, not a ribbon cutting, a river working, mile by mile, species by species, one small fish at a time. If this story matters to you, and it should, because rivers like the Elk are the arteries of an entire continent's wildlife, share this video, subscribe, and stay close. The monitoring data from this first year of Reconnection is still coming in, and when it does, we will be here to tell you exactly what the Elk River found when it finally ran free.